Hey, y'all, it's your favorite Unc. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below to Nightcap YouTube channel so you never miss a single live stream or video of myself, Ocho, and Gil. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you. The Timberwolves sweep the Suns. The last time the Wolves won a playoff game, Ant-Man was 2 years old.
Yeah.
The Suns versus the Wolves this season, 3-0 in the regular season, 0-4 in the playoffs. So the Suns beat them all 3 times they faced in the regular season, became playoffs when it absolutely mattered and you had to have it. They were 0-4. And Kevin Durant has been swept twice in his past 3 playoffs appearances, and both in the first round. Bills that promised that they weren't going to get swept because he had never been swept before in his life. He had 4 buckets, 6 turnovers, and 6 fouls. You look at the scoring chart, Jaden McDaniels had 18. Karl Anthony Towns had 28. Mike Conley had 10. And Ant-Man was sensational when he absolutely had to be.
Crazy.
In the second half. 40 points on 13 of 23, 7 of 13 from the 3, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. And they move on 122-116. But it wasn't easy. Kevin Durant, a very, very efficient night, 12 of 17 from the floor, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 7 of 9 for the free throw line. He had 33 points. Devin Booker was outstanding, playing 45 minutes. He was 13 of 21 from the field, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, 20 of 21 from the foul line for a blockbuster, 49 points. And you see, Ocho, those 2 guys shot 25 of 38 from the floor.
Right.
They shot 7 of 8 from the, no, 7, yes. 5 of 8 from the three-point line. And they shot 27 of 30 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
They score 82 points. And they lose.
Between the two.
Between the two of them.
You have to understand. Obviously, it's supposed to be a 3-headed monster over there with the Suns now. You know, Bradley Beal, this is a night where Bradley Beal needed to step up, where Bradley Beal needed to shoot efficient from the field. Obviously, you need to be better than 4 for 13 and 1 for 5 from the line. 2 assists, 6 turnovers, and you fouled out on top of that, and you caused Ant-Man, the twist his ankle, stepping on your foot. Man, you can't play like that, especially with the money that you command that you're making the next 3 seasons. My question for you is, hell, with the way it ended, we talk about a sweep. You think Frank Vogel comes back as a coach next year, or was it one and done for him? Or do you let him run it back one more time?
With this roster, what do you do? How do you add? Bradley Beal's next year, $50 million. The year after that, $54 million. The year after that, $57 million. So the next 3 years, you're on the hook with Bradley Beal for $161. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he has a no trade clause.
Right. Well, unless he agrees to it, right? Normally when they have a no trade, unless he agrees to it, right? Okay.
You got no draft. You got no first round picks until 2030. You got 1 second round pick this year, and then you have no second round picks from 25 to 30.
Right.
How do you build? How do you add pieces to help Kevin Durant and Devin Booker get over that? The only piece that you got is a Bradley Beal.
Right.
And that's if he waives his no trade clause. Now, another question, Ocho, I pose to you. Does Kevin Durant want to leave? Does Kevin Durant want to go back to OK? Because if you look at it, the only team that have draft capital and potential players that can satisfy the Phoenix Suns is the OKC Thunder. I think they got like 8, 9, 10 first round picks. I think they got like 12, 13 second round picks.
I mean, would he want to do that? Would he want to bounce again? Obviously, would Warriors, OKC, Warriors, Brooklyn. Now you go to the Suns, and now you want to, is it good for him? I'm not sure how basketball fans view or basketball players.
He doesn't care
when it comes to bouncing from team to team. I'm not sure how they're viewed.
How about this? Once you get a divorce, it's easier to get another divorce. He's already left OKC to go to Golden State. Right. He's left Golden State to go to Brooklyn. He's left Brooklyn to go to Phoenix. If you've been divorced 4 times, what's number 5, Ocho?
Yeah. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but what are the chances? You're leaving team to team, obviously in search of a championship. OKC being a much, much younger roster, obviously. What are the chances that they can get to the finals? What are the chances? If anything, you might as well stay.
Not the way this roster is currently constructed. But again, what you don't have assets,
right,
to give up unless somebody want to sign via free agency and take a pay cut. Ain't nobody taking that kind of pay cut. Not with the money the way it is. Ocho, guys can get 63, 65, $68 million. I'm not going down to 20 million. I'm not giving. Now, if I'm later in my career, Ocho, I'm in year 15. I've already made $400 million, $450, $500 million. Now, I might do a David West where he says, you know what? Yes, I'm going to give up some money. I might give up 20 million. An opportunity to just play for 10, 2 years or 10 years, but I want the ring. That's what I want now. I've got enough money. But these guys in the beginning to give up that kind of money, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
That's crazy. I don't think he leaves. I mean, if there's a team that has the opportunity to get there, I mean, I would assume it would be that three-headed monster with him, with Booker and Bradley Beal. I mean, obviously playing with Shy and Chet is nice. That's a nice look.
And Jalen Williams.
And Brother Williams, how far are you really going to get outside of just, putting them numbers and stats, but then you might be home in the first round again.
Yeah, I don't look at this roster. I don't see, but you look at, you had wing defenders, you had Mikal Bridges, you had Cam Johnson was more of a shooter. I just don't know when you look at this roster. I just don't know how you improve it enough in order for they can get to the championship, because you're going to have to go through the Nuggets. Ant-Man, you see, the problem what you've done with Ant-Man is that you let him taste victory in the playoffs. Now he's got to taste it. It's like, Peter, I know y'all going to get upset, but it's kind of like you're on a farm and you have a dog to get a taste of blood in his mouth. You either get rid of the dog because he can't stay there anymore. Once he start killing chickens, once he start killing your animals, he won't stop. He will not stop. And I'm not telling you what somebody told me. I grew up on a farm.
So you tell him.
I know what we did. I ain't going to say what we did, but I know we ridded that problem. And that's what you have to do. You've let Anthony Edwards taste it. You've let him, he believes in his mind now. He's like, this is my league.
Oh, yeah.
This is my league. He wants it.
Yeah. And he's
you got hell on your hand for the next decade.
Yeah, he's a real deal. He's a real deal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But go ahead.
No, I was coughing.
Oh, yeah. I was coughing. This is very disappointing for the Suns. Because when they put this team together, my concern was always injuries. Because, Kevin Durant over the last couple of years, he's had some injuries where people roll into his knees. He doesn't have the sturdiest of foundation. Booker has been dealing with hamstring injuries. We know Bradley Beal has had some injuries over the last couple of years. And so the question that I had, even before they got Bradley Beal, okay, is everybody going to be healthy? And right on cue, Kevin Durant missed an extended period of time. The Book missed some time. This year, Bradley Beal started out. He was out. Book missed a little time. It's just, I just don't see the way this roster is constructed right now. I don't know how you improve it to the point, because you got max dollar guys with Book, you got max dollar guys with Bill, and you got max dollar with Kevin Durant.
KD, yeah.
So when you do that, Ocho, when you buy, the question is, do I want to buy 7 things at a nice price, or do I just get 3 things at high value?
High price, right.
Because you remember you go to the mall, go to the store, hey, man, get them donuts that's 2 days old. Right, $2 off. Yeah, you get the fresh ones, them fresh donuts, $2.
Yeah.
And you better get them 2-day-old donuts for a little hard. Hey, put them in the oven, warm them up.
Yeah, warm them up a little bit. Yeah.
That's 75 cents. We saved $1.25.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's what the Suns are going to have. The Suns got 3 high-ticket items, which leaves now they can only shop in the dollar aisle.
Right. I mean, you might as well keep the band together. You might as well keep the band together, come back next year and try again. You have no choice. I don't think Kevin Durant is willing to jump ship again because they got swept in the first round. I just don't think so. I think he's done it enough. He's at a point in his career where the point of continuing to bounce around, it just makes no sense at this point. This is the team I decided to go to. I got Brad. We got to get it done. Oh, shit. Hold on.
Ocho just had an accident. I don't know. He had something propping up his computer. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough when you don't have the assets. I think I think the two guys that are untouchable are Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, unless they ask for a trade. But this was something that when it was broached, and Kevin Durant, because Brooklyn did him a solid. Right. Brooklyn did not have to send him to a team like this, but they did. They sent him to Phoenix, right, that had Chris Paul, that they had Devin Booker, they had DeAndre Ayton. They did him a real solid when they didn't have to. It goes to show you the level of respect that they have for him. But when I look at it, there are only three pieces that somebody would want. Obviously, they'd want Book. Obviously, they want Kevin Durant. Obviously, they want Bradley Beal. Everybody else are just auxiliary pieces. We could take them or leave them. I don't think anybody is a missing ingredient, right, to a championship caliber team. Right, but right. Somebody would, but those three guys, obviously, somebody would want. The question is, does Book want to leave? Does he want to be in a situation where he goes to New York and play alongside Jalen Brunson? Kevin Durant, does he want to go? Man, let me put that out there, man. I don't need to put that out there. I'm sorry.
Hey, now you talking. I like Kevin Durant going to New York. No.
Oh, I mean, everybody would like Kevin Durant anywhere. I'm sure Golden State would love to take him back, but they don't have pieces. Right. They don't have anything. Yeah. Okay. Because if I'm anybody, I'm gonna want Kuminga. I'm gonna want Moody. I'm gonna want. I don't even know they got first round picks. I don't know if Golden State currently have the pieces, have the assets, right, to be able to pry him away from Phoenix. If he wants to go back he might say, "Been there, done that. I'm good." Right. In Golden State, not to say, because Shannon, you said he might go back to OKC, but I think, to me personally, I think OKC is more realistic than him going back to the Bay. Right.
I mean, honestly, I'm just looking at it. Obviously, what is KD? 30,
probably about 35.
35, and continue to move at this point in your career. I mean, you already got 2 chips as it is. You really have nothing else to prove at this point. I mean, you might as well just stick it out. Stick it out.
And I don't see him going back there. I mean, him and Draymond, I don't think. Look, I understand that he did Draymond's podcast, right? But I don't think there's certain things that hey, we're gonna be cordial, but
right,
it'll never be the same.
Playing together, yeah. That's unfortunate.
Very, but the Timberwolves get it done, 122-116 over the Phoenix Suns as they sweep the Phoenix Suns, and they move on to the second round.